Welcome back to our social science class. Today, let's start our class with a new lesson, Indian Constitution, Rights and Duties. In the small classes, you studied about the Indian Constitution. When did the Indian Constitution came into effect? We know that our Constitution came into effect on 1950 January 26th. When did the Constituent Assembly approve the Indian Constitution? That is in 1949, November 26th. We know that the Constituent Assembly was formed in 1946, July, for preparing a constitution for India. Dr. Sachidananda Sinha was its temporary chairman. Later, Dr. Rajendra Prasad was elected as the permanent chairman of the Constituent Assembly. On 26th November 1949, Dr. B.R. Ambedkar was the chairman of the drafting committee. After a number of serious discussions and studies, the Constituent Assembly gave approval to the Indian Constitution. It took a long period of 2 years, 11 months, and 78 days for framing the Constitution of India. Do you know who were the great personalities work for framing our Constitution? They are Dr. B.R. Ambedkar, Dr. Sachidananda Sinha, and Dr. Rajendra Prasad. Look here. Here we can see the preamble of our Constitution. What are the objectives mentioned in this preamble? What are the objectives mentioned in this preamble? In the preamble, it is declared that India is a sovereign, socialist, secular, democratic republic. It ensures justice for all citizens, that is in the field of social, economic and political. Liberty of thought, expression, belief, faith and worship. It ensures equality of status and opportunity, and it helps to promote fraternity among all the dignity of individual and the unity and the integrity of the nation. Okay. What are the provisions for achieving these objectives mentioned in the preamble are included in our Constitution. They are fundamental rights, directive principles, and fundamental duties. What is fundamental rights? Do you know what is fundamental rights? Rights which are integral part of a democratic society. Fundamental rights are those rights which cannot be denied to a person at any cost. They are inevitable or they are very important for the holistic development or all-round development of an individual. The fundamental rights are included in Part 3 of our Constitution. Which part? Part 3 of our Constitution. Then we know that the fundamental rights are inevitable or integral part of human life. Then, did the people of India enjoy rights and liberty during foreign rule? Liberty means freedom from constraint or slavery or from tyranny. Do they enjoy rights and liberty? No, never. We know that the Indians had been denied many rights during the British rule. The Indian freedom movement raised the demand for ensuring the rights of citizens. The most important among them was the Nehru Committee report of 1928. Based on this Nehru Committee report, the framers of our constitution prepared the fundamental rights. What was the Nehru Committee report? The Indians had been denied many rights during the British rule. The Indian freedom movement repeatedly raised the demand for ensuring the rights of the citizens. The most important among them was the Nehru Committee report of 1928. This report submitted a list of rights which are to be ensured to the people of India. The framers of the constitution prepared the fundamental rights based on the rights aimed by the struggle for independence and recommended by the Nehru Committee report. Okay. Then, which are the fundamental rights in the Indian Constitution? Look in this figure. We can see the fundamental rights in the Indian Constitution. Right to equality, right to freedom, right against exploitation, right to freedom of religion, cultural and educational right, and right to constitutional remedies. Today we can learn about right to equality. Equality means all are equal in front of the laws. Look here, there is one paper clippings given in our textbook. What are the different types of discriminations mentioned in the news given below? Please read that paper clippings. Then you can realize that different types of discriminations or indifferences mentioned in the news. They are discrimination based on caste. That means there is difference or in discriminations based on higher caste and lower caste. The fundamental rights denied here, that means the lower caste people were not allowed to enter into the residential areas of the upper caste people. It shows the inequality existed in that time. Equality means all are equal before law. There is no difference between men or women, boy or girl, educated or uneducated, employed or unemployed. There is no difference. All are equal in front of the laws. Second point, gender inequality. Gender inequality means, gender means what? Means kind with regard to sex. That means here we can see that especially the woman denied to entry for women in streets and restaurants. That means men have right to enter here, but women have no rights. Okay, third point, discrimination based on place of birth. Then, what are the ideas included in the right to equality? They are: it ensures equality before law, prohibition of discrimination on the basis of caste, religion, race, sex, place of birth, etc., ensure equality of opportunity in public employments, and abolish titles. However, giving reference to women, children, and backward classes is not against the right to equality. On the other hand, by giving preference, inequality can be avoided and equality can be established in the society. Okay,